Meanwhile, we'd like to take this opportunity to say thank you all for coming and welcome to Steve's Guitars. Before we get started, and while Brad's tuning his mandolin, we need to send a couple of shout-outs here. We'd like to thank PM Consulting Limited and Feldman Wirtz law firm up in Aspen. These folks are kind enough to support our live streams. We would not be doing it without them. We also want to send a shout-out to First Bank, good folks. A shout-out to GrassRoots Community Network. In fact, tonight's show will be directed by John Masters from GrassRoots Community Network. GrassRoots is the nation's first and oldest community access station. They host our streams, and we would not be doing it without them. We need to send a shout out to the Standiford clan for having this amazing space. Yes, thank you, thank you. And of course, a shout out to all of you who are here or who are online supporting live music. It's a good thing to do. The musicians absolutely appreciate the support, as do we. And if nothing else, you get to leave with a smile on your face. So, here we are. Would you all please put your hands together for Bradman?
Sorry, this song's got some adult language there. Hey asshole, I'm talking to you. How can you stand to do the things you do? Hey asshole, are you listening to me? Don't be coming around here, just let me be. Hey asshole. Hey asshole, what are you looking at? Don't point that finger at me, you might not get it back. Hey asshole, oh leave me alone. I don't need your smackdown, I can do that on my own. Hey asshole, it's a sing-along. Well, thanks a lot for being here with us at Steve's Guitars this evening. I am the Brad Man, your host for this little extravaganza. And this is a little love song I wrote to myself many years ago, addressed to that little voice in my head that's always putting me down, telling me I'm no good, I'm wasting my time. And you know, I know it's there for a reason, you know, I know it's good for me somehow. I just want it to speak to me a little nicer sometimes is all. Well, hey asshole, don't you think you're being a bit too rough? I'm not all bad, baby, well I've got my stuff. I'm not perfect, well nobody is. So lighten up a little, take it easy on us, kid. Hey asshole, hey asshole. So my trick, you know, is to address that little voice in my head, open up a dialogue, get on a first name basis, you know. Well, hey Brad, I'm sorry I called you that. You're not ugly, stupid, useless, greedy, mean, or fat much. You're a part of me I just don't understand. But I'm trying the best that I can to dance with the dark side I never knew I had. It was here all along and its name is Brad. Hey asshole, my name is Brad. Hey asshole, my name is Brad. Well, hey asshole, don't you think you're being a bit too rough? I'm not all bad, baby, well I've got my stuff. I'm not perfect, far from it. So lighten up a little, take it easy on us, kid. Hey asshole, my name is Brad. Hey asshole, my name is Brad. Hey asshole, my name is Brad. Hey asshole. All right, so now that we got the introductions out of the way, see what I'm going to play for you next. Oh, yeah. Okay. play rough with me. Show me how tough you can be. One of these days, I hope that you will see. Yeah, you'll finally get enough and you'll quit playing rough with me. Well, I try to play it your way, but you change the rules. Try to play nice, you treat me like a fool. You're slipping away like string on a spool. Well, I try to keep in touch, but you keep playing rough with me. So you wanna play rough with me. You wanna show me how tough, well, how tough you can be. One of these days, I hope that you will see. Finally get enough and you'll quit playing rough with me. Now when we were small, I was always bigger. I could hold you down with my little finger. Then you'd gnash your teeth. I knew it was too much. Well, that's how it used to go when you and me used to play rough. Well, so you wanna play rough with me. You wanna show me how tough you can be. One of these days, I hope that you will see. Yeah, you'll finally get enough and you'll quit playing rough with me. Now time has passed, no, ain't it strange? We're a whole lot older now, and things have changed. Who's on top has been rearranged. Well, now you always kick my ass whenever you and me play rough. So you wanna play rough with me. You wanna show me how tough you can be. One of these days, I hope that you will see. Yeah, you'll finally get enough and you'll quit playing rough with me. Ooh. Thank you. Hey, Ralph, I could maybe stand a little more of my vocal in this wedge here, please. And thank you so much, Ralph, for pushing the buttons and twisting the knobs and setting us up for success this evening. I'm really glad you all came. That last one was inspired by my younger brother. I have this vision of me holding him down, and like doing the drool thing where you're like in a, and then you suck it back up, There was at one time where I lost control of the drip. So I understand that he's still pissed at me. I get it. It was not nice. It was not nice. But the sibling relationship is doomed from the very beginning. We all know this. This thing is merciless, this little looper pedal I got here, and it tries to mess with me all the time. Never safe from that thing. Add a little something to that, huh? Might be a little fast, but who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. could stay, I had to go. So I hit the road. Now I'm out on the Atlantic shore, ocean howling out the RV door. I couldn't have asked for any more, I asked anyway. Run and tumble, glide and stumble. Even if it's perfect, gotta shake it up now and then. Run and tumble, I hear my wanderlust rumble. Scrape the place and start all over again. When time takes on, and that's no lie, no one gets out of here alive. Watch ourselves grow old and die. New seeds come from what's rotten. One thing you can surely trust, there is no future for any of us. We're already cosmic dust, insignificant and forgotten. Run and tumble, glide and stumble. Even if it's perfect, gotta shake it up now and then. Run and tumble, I hear my wanderlust rumble. Scrape, replace, and start all over again. Well, careful what we wish for, friends. Bound to get it in the end. Can't see what's coming around the bend. Well, we still want it when we get there. There's so much love and gratitude, abundance like I never knew. I hope the same is true for you. My cup runneth over. Run and tumble, glide and stumble. Well, even if it's perfect, gotta shake it up now and then. Run and tumble, I hear my wanderlust rumble. Scrape, replace, and start all over again. Yeah, scrape, replace, and start all over again.
Thank you. That one was inspired by a Physics Institute lecture, believe it or not, on microorganism motility. You can't make this shit up, really. I did used to, shout out to GrassRoots TV and the executive director, John Masters, who's switching cameras this evening for the live stream and capture. I worked for GrassRoots TV for many years, and I went to this, had to shoot one of these physics lectures. And the guy was talking about these microorganisms and how they run and they tumble. They get sort of like in a comfortable space where there's good temperature and there's food for them to eat. And they're like, cool, this is a good spot. And then at some point they inevitably freak out. They do all kinds of like crazy weird gyrations and they tumble into some other little thing. And hopefully it's a good spot for them there too. And if not, after a little while they freak out and they try and find another new cool little spot with the good temperature and all the food and everything. So there you go, run and tumble. You got more than just music tonight, folks. There's just some stories behind these songs, and there's that one. Microorganism motility as a muse.
Who would have thunk it? You heard it here first.
Okay, well, let's, that was fun. Let's get sad again for a little bit.
Got the news from Dallas, it froze me to the ground. Just a few more days and you'd end your stay. You were outward bound. I rode across the desert, my heart was in my shoes. And the only song my guitar would play is these Laura Ellen blues. is at your door. He don't care what you're wearing, what you're doing don't matter no more. There'll be no one to replace you. When you're gone, you'll leave a big hole. We'll take our love right with you when your body drops off your soul. Try to resist him, go on and hide. You might even outrun him for a little while. Death is just something we all have to do. None of us were ready for him to come for you. When the reaper comes a-calling, angel of death is at your door. He don't care what you're wearing, what you're doing don't matter no more. There'll be no one to replace you. When you're gone, you'll leave a big hole. We'll take our love light with you when your body drops off your soul. Throw a big party, we'll celebrate when I die. Cry for me if you want to, when your tears have dried. Think of all the things we've done, the good times that we had. And know that I was so thankful we crossed each other's paths. Reaper comes a-calling, angel of death is at your door. He don't care what you're wearing, what you're doing don't matter no more. There'll be no one to replace you. When you're gone, you'll leave a big hole. Take our love line with you when your body drops off your soul. Your body drops off your soul. Your body drops off your soul. When your body drops off your soul.
Inspired by one of my mentors when I was in Santa Cruz, Laura Ellen Hopper was the music director, program station manager for K-Pig Radio out of Freedom, California. I was a DJ there for a brief moment in time, and they were formative years. I must have been my 20s, and she left us way too soon, and that song came to me as I was riding back from Strawberry Music Festival, where I heard about her imminent departure from this mortal plane, and so put that together, and it's a good one. I like that one. I won't say that I've never written a bad song, but I've never written a song I don't like. Let's put it that. I think that's pretty good. Okay. This next one is from my unrecorded album, Songs of a Midlife Crisis. Maybe next year. How's everybody doing? Everyone all right? You guys doing okay out there? Okay, good. All right. I'm really glad you're here. This is very rare for me. Hi, you got a question or? Yeah, okay, sure. Oh, sorry, yeah. I'm that guy in the picture. I'm that guy on page 3 of today's Aspen Daily News. I am the Brad Man. Cuckoo Cachoo. Not sold in stores. Ask for me by name. Allow 46 weeks to delivery. Did you just come by because you had nothing better to do and you're like, oh, this looks like fun? Cool, yeah. Whoops, wrong key. How about this one? Where have all the good old good times gone? Did they disappear in my last beer? Some sad old country song. We sang the blues without our shoes from dusk until the dawn. Where have all the good old good times gone? Where have all the good old good times gone? Can we bring them back in a Cadillac? Has it been too long? Gone are the days of purple haze, all right, turned out all wrong. Where have all the good old good times gone? There was a time we sang and played for fun. We drank and danced all night until the rising sun. Now things they are changing. We are growing old. Nothing stays the same, oh, so I'm told. Where have all the good old good times gone? Things of the past, full service gas, records and rotary phones. My friends are all around me, still I feel alone. Where have all the good old good times gone? Where have all the good old good times gone? They gave me too much rope and really good dope. Now I'm all burned out on fun. If you wanna break a pony, well, just let him run. Where have all the good old good times gone? There was a time we sang and played for fun. We drank and danced all night until the rising sun. Now things they are changing. We are growing old. Nothing stays the same, oh, so I'm told. Where have all the good old good times gone? Or did they disappear in my last beer? Some sad old country song. We sang the blues without our shoes from dusk until the dawn. Where have all the good old good times gone? Where have all the good old good times gone? So, this last summer, August of 2024, yeah, that's it. I had a dream. And I dreamed a song. And I find songs, or they find me in all different kinds of ways. But I've never dreamt a song before. It was really different. And so I went to my friend Mike Martin, who lives out in Lakewood. And I said, hey, man, I want to record this song that I dreamed. I'll tell you more about that process. And Mike said, well, if we're going to do one, let's do a few. And that's how the Martini Ranch sessions came about. It's a micro album. It may be the first micro album. I don't know if anyone else has ever done a micro album, but I did, and I'm damn proud of it. And Mike said, you should do a cover. And that never occurred to me at all. Like, I thought I would just do all originals. But he said, no, you should do a cover. And I was thinking, like, what should I, like Tom Petty maybe? And then it's like, no. Kinky Friedman. Kinky Friedman. Oh, all right. There's some people who actually know. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I'm so impressed. All of your stock just went up in my book. It's just huge. Well, then you know that Kinky Friedman died in June. And by the way, I am an officially endorsed Texas Jew boy. I grew up in Austin. I went to Echo Hill Ranch out in Kerrville, Texas. That was the Friedman's summer camp. And Kinky was this shadowy figure, and we sort of saw him, every once in a while. He had this little cabin on the property. He was never a counselor or any one of those guys. He was just lurking in the shadows, Yeah. And so I learned this Kinky Friedman song and put it on the album. And I've been trying to get a hold of his sister, Marcy, to get permission, and I have not been. And so this is totally just ripped off. Exactly. I ripped off Kinky Friedman, who, by the way, kind of owes me, I feel like. He came to my bar mitzvah in his rhino foreskin boots, and he handed out cigars to all my 13-year-old friends. You can't make this shit up, And he was a snappy dresser, too, man, I tell you.
Faded, jaded, fallen cowboy star. Pawn shops itching for your old guitar. Where you going? God only knows. The sequins have fallen from your clothes. Once you heard the Opry crowd applaud. Now you're hanging out at 4th and Broad on a rain-whipped sidewalk, remembering the time when coffee with a friend was still a dime. Everything's been sold American. The early times is finished, and the want ads on the red. Everyone's been sold American, been dreaming dreams in a rollaway bed. Writing down your memoirs on some window in the frost. Roulette eyes reflecting another morning lost. Hauled in by the metro, killing time and pain, with a singing brakeman screaming through your veins. Everything's been sold American. No night is morning, for the death it never dies. Everyone's been sold American. Don't let me catch you laughing when the jukebox cries. You told me you were born so much higher than life, but I seen the faded pictures of your children and your wife. Now they're fumbling through your wallet and they're trying to find your name. It's almost like they raised the price of fame. Everything's been sold old American. No place to go and brother, no place to stay. Everyone's been sold American. Just let that golden greyhound roll your soul away. Everything's been sold American. No place to go and brother, no place to stay. Everyone's been sold American. Just let that golden greyhound roll your soul away.
Yeah, yeah, that felt really right. That felt right when we came up with that idea. Well, you know, I brought some really good friends here with me, and then some other really good friends showed up, which is super cool. So I'm gonna bring up Ross Kribbs here after this next tune, but you know, this next song is one of two. This is the first part, okay? If I can remember how it goes. Seriously. I still got Sold American in my head. Well, it's called Everything Reminds Me of You, and it seems I've forgotten it. Oh, man, yeah. I can't bear to clean your hair out of the bathroom drain. Though you're gone and I'm missing you, I don't feel the pain, because I know you're out there and your love is true. Everything reminds me of you. How can I forget you? Traces are everywhere. I found a piece of popcorn under the couch, a pony maker for your hair, bag of coffee in my freezer, and the other shit that I never use. Everything reminds me of you. Earplug on the pillow where you would rest your head, waking up alone to find a piece of floss in the bed. No shit, man, really. Empty drawers in my dresser and the hangers that you used to use. Everything reminds me of you. Well, how can I forget you? The traces are everywhere. I found a piece of popcorn under the couch, a pony maker for your hair, a wilted bag of lettuce in my fridge, and the other shit that I never choose. Whoa, everything reminds me of you. The love you left in my heart is enough to see me through. It's bigger than any distance between me and you. To hear your voice and see your face, it's all I wanna do. Everything reminds me of you. Oh, everything reminds me of you. is. Yeah. Well, let's bring Ross Kribbs up here. Ross is one of the first people I met in the Roaring Fork Valley. Goes back a long way with me, and I don't know why he wants to play music with me, because he is so good. He is just so good. This next song is, like I said, part 2, and this is the song that came to me in a dream, and I woke up from the dream. I was emotionally moved by the song, and I knew if I didn't get up and take some notes and write it down, that I would go away forever. And so I did. I got up and I hummed some lyrics into the phone and went back to sleep, and then the song kind of gestated there for a little while, and then we worked it out. And in fact, I was still writing it the morning that we recorded it at Martini Ranch. I'm really glad I sat down. So there was a couple lines that were just bugging me, and it was totally worth it to just spend a little more time. There were 2 climbers in the mountains, over passes they did roam, roped together for safety as they traveled far from home. They shared peril, they shared danger, peaks and valleys, calm and storm, and the tether bound them together around each harness, always warm. Between them, always ready, if one foot faltered or hold should fail, one would surely catch the other if they ever lost the trail. Came the day as they were climbing, the path gave way and a climber fell. The line between them, strong and sturdy, one climber holding, one climber held. No chance of retrieval. The fallen climber could not be saved. One would have to leave the other across the line. A climber drew their blade. I cannot bear to leave you, and I know that I cannot stay. Cut the line, go on without me, live to climb another day.
best friend. There is a lonely mountain climber. These high passes, they still roam. No safety line tied to another, forever wandering all alone.
Wow. Just like I dreamed it. Man alive.
That's heavy, man. That's heavy shit.
We'll tell Brad's stories a little bit later.
Yeah. There's a few, I'm sure. This next song, sorry, we're just so heavy. This next song is about a mining accident. It's not bicker and argue about who killed who. It's to be a happy occasion, huh? Yeah, you're on this one. Yeah, stay. You're not.
A happy song.
Don't go anywhere, Ross. Yeah. This song is. I like to get out of the road. I've made a lot of trips between Colorado and California in my van and in on my motorcycle, and occasionally most of the time I take Highway 50, but occasionally I will go even further south and get on the extraterrestrial highway, which is a goofy place, man. It's crazed down there. And after going through this big stretch where there's really nothing, I get to this little town called Tonopah, Nevada. Tonopah. Not a whole lot going on there. At least until recently. They did a big solar collector project down there, but that's not what this song is about. So I was going through Tonopah, and I noticed this statue in this mural that I'd never seen before, this big statue in front of the post office. It's a statue of this man holding another man in his arms, and I went up and I read the plaque. And I guess it was the centennial anniversary of this mining accident where this guy, Big Bill Murphy, saved a bunch of people down in the mine. And I'm not going to tell you the story because that's why I wrote the song. So I'll tell you the story in the song. But anyway, I thought that was just a great idea for a song. I was like, oh, this is cool. I got to write a song about this. It's a great story. And so I did what I could. I researched. I went online. There wasn't a whole lot there. And then on another trip through Tonopah, I stopped at the A-Bar-L Western store, as I always do, because they got great shirts, and I got a cool hat there once. And I asked the store owner, about, you got any information? And he pulled out these newspaper articles, the magazines about the whole thing with Big Bill. And, I tried to write a song, and it wasn't going well. And I asked him if Big Bill was buried around there. He said, yeah, there's an old graveyard on the edge of town, and he's there. And I was on my motorcycle, and it was August, and it was hot, and I was in full leathers. And I drove to the edge of town on the motorcycle, and I parked it, and I took the guitar off the bike, because, of course, traveling with the guitar on a motorcycle, why wouldn't you? So I go over, and I find the grave sites of the 13 miners who died in this accident. And in those days, it was a wooden plank with a piece of tin. And they would take a nail and a hammer, I assume, and they would tap out the letters and the numbers one by one. And so you can imagine these were pretty short, grave markers, not a long diatribe. But on Big Bill's, it said, William F. Murphy died while saving others, and the date. I had this little airplane bottle of Jack Daniels, and I dribbled a little bit over the 13 graves there. I sat down with my guitar, and I co-wrote this song with a dead guy. And this is that song. If I can remember it.
much wood, too little water. The Paiutes called it Tonopah, but there's silver and gold under the desert, and we've come to get it all. Yeah, we want it all. 1911 in the February dawn, the Belmont mine in Tonopah. William walked to work, lunch pail in his hand. He didn't know that he was bigger than any other man, a part of God's plan. Well, Big Bill Murphy, are you coming back for me? I can't breathe and I can't see. William, can you take just one more? I ain't ready for the other show. Ride that cage down one more time. At the Belmont mine, something ain't right. The candle got left by the shift last night. Deep below the surface, everything's all wrong. The cage operators and the shift bosses are gone. When the men just carried on, the search for the fire took them hours to find. Smoke and fumes that filled the mine. Men started to panic, running all around, smashing into walls and stumbling to the ground. No escape found. Big Bill Murphy, are you coming back for me? I can't breathe and I can't see. William, can you take just one more? I ain't ready for the other show. Ride that cage down one more time. One on the old cage bell. Big Bill Murphy rising up from hell, bringing men back from the other side. If you made it to the surface, you made it out alive. Everybody else died. Big Bill Murphy was the only one who stepped up to do what had to get done. Someone heard him say, I'm feeling nearly done in, but he gave the signal, they lowered him down again. He's going after the men. Big Bill Murphy, are you coming back for me? I can't breathe and I can't see. William, can you take just one more? I ain't ready for the other shore. Ride that cage down one more time. His third time down proved to be his last. Big Bill never made it out of that shaft. The last thing he did was ring that bell. Between the wall and the cage, William fell. And it wasn't hard to tell. At the edge of Tonopah, there's a group of old graves. 13 miners that didn't get saved. William F. Murphy is buried there. Does anyone remember? Anybody care? him there. Big Bill Murphy, are you coming back for me? I can't breathe and I can't see. William, can you take just one more? I ain't ready for the other show. Ride that cage down one more time. Ride that cage down one more time. Ride that cage down one more time.
Ross Kribbs, everybody. All right. We're going to send Ross away, and we're going to bring up another good longtime friend of mine. Dave Notor is going to come up. Ross is coming back here in a little bit. Don't you worry. But I want to introduce you now to the man who's condemned me to this road of ruination because he introduced me to Marble Distillery and the Moonlight Espresso. It's all Dave's fault. And then to add insult to my injury, he introduced me to the Johnny Tsunami, which is Marble Distillery Moonlight Espresso with bourbon. As if one wasn't enough. So Dave Notor, everybody. Dave Notor is to blame. And he is also a very long-time dear friend and fantastic musician who, for some reason, enjoys playing music with me. I don't understand, and I'm not going to question it. We're just going to play a couple songs here. That's interesting.
Hi. Come on in.
How are you? Don't do that. I'll never get this song out. There goes the whole stream. YouTube's gonna flag the whole thing now. Oh, gonna be alright. It's
There's another day dawning after the longest night. Oh, gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Be alright. It's gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright.
Thank you.
Now, thank you very much. Thank you so much for that. And, you know, the Spencelsteins are here. And so I just want to say hello to them and kind of loop them in, loop all you all in on this. That song, sorry, I'm going to get a little heavy here, but that song, I sang that song to my mother when she was on her deathbed. I got home just in time to see her before she departed, and I got to sing that to her. I sang that song at the funeral. Boy, that was a hard gig. Holy crap. But the reason I bring this up is because I had just come back from Japan, okay? And, you know, like, things were chaotic. You know, Mom was dead, and we had to make the funeral arrangements and all the things, you know. And I'd spent a couple nights at my folks' house, but I had arranged to rent the Spencelsteins' house, and they're not really Spencels. It's like this Edelstein and the Spencers, or somehow they become Spencelstein to me. Anyway, I rented their place for the winter while they were in Mexico. And I thought, you know, screw this sleeping on the couch. I got good money on this house in RVR. I should move in. And so I did. You know, this was like day 2 or day 3. I was jet lagged, and, you know, it was crazy. It was cuckoo nutball. And so I moved in. I spent my first night in the Spencelsteins' house, and I woke up, and it was like 10 o'clock. And I thought, oh, this is good. Like 10 o'clock in the morning. This is good. This is good. I'm going to just sleep a little bit more, and then I'll get up, and I'll get up to the house, and we'll do all the things we got to do. And I rolled over, and the next time I looked at the clock, it was noon. And I was like, oh, shit, I got to go. I got to go. And I swung my feet over the edge of the bed, put my feet down on the carpet, and I walked down the hall, and I heard a voice. I heard a woman's voice in a house that I was supposed to be alone in, and the doors were locked. And this voice said, Carbondale Police. I was like, Carbondale Police? I said, okay, I'm coming out now. And I like through the door hands first so they could see my hands, right? And like, it's like, okay, Carbondale Police just doing a welfare check, you know, or your dad is very concerned about you, and you know, he hasn't been trying to reach you, he's been trying to call you and text you, and it's like, so I did not tell my dad where I was living, and I had my phone on silent, of course, because I'm jet lagged from Japan, and so I slept until noon, and he was all concerned about me, and my car wasn't in the driveway because the Spencelsteins told me to go park on the street down around the corner. And so I come out, you know, in my bathrobe. My dad is just in pieces in the middle of the street, you know, trying to pull himself back together. And that was my first night at the Spencelsteins. I had a welfare check from Carbondale PD. Good for them, yeah. That was.
Somebody's got to do it.
Anyway, I'm really glad to see y'all here. It was a wonderful winter in your place. I had a great time. I've since moved in with my dad, and this is my second full winter with him up there in Misery Heights, Mohai, as they say, and it's going great. You know, it's going real good up there. Well, let's do another song. What do you say, Dave?
Please do, yes.
Yeah, sure. Oh, well, thanks. All right, so Dave and I were in a band together a long time ago, and this is one of the songs that we used to do. It's kind of an older tune, but we're going to go back into the past here. Which one? It's called Another Morning.
Okay,
so this is how.
Drag 'em out together then.
Where is that? That's later though, right?
I know, but I'm just checking.
I know. It's like we're done. You know, and you ask what key. You know, this
don't need
song
one.
actually, I was trying to learn this chord and that chord. I was trying to learn these two chords, and it was like, I put this song together. I liked the progression. When I started putting words to it, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a lot of words.
Worked out?
It worked out. Yeah, it was fine. Nothing is fucked here. Called Another Morning.
strikes and the clouds roll by, the sun sets on the other side. To another morning, sun rising across the sky. Lightning strikes and the clouds roll by, the sun sets on the other side. To another morning, yeah. Off and I'm out of bed, I brush my teeth and I comb my head. I'm out the door with a few words said to another morning. Long as off and I'm out of bed, I brush my teeth and I comb my head. Out the door with a few words said to another morning, yeah. see traffic go. I wonder what we'll learn now, yeah. Well, I sit on my desk and I work all day. I look at the liquid crystal display while I punch the keys and I earn my pay. Make sure the gears are turning. Sit at my desk and I work all day. I look at the liquid crystal display. Punch the keys and I earn my pay. Make sure the gears are turning. Yeah. Keep them turning. Clock strikes 5 and it's time to go. I'm at the door and back up the road to the house on the hill where I make my home. Daylight is fading. Clock strikes 5 and it's time to go. I'm at the door and back up the road to the house on the hill where I make my home. Daylight is fading. Last thing done, and I'm into bed and close my eyes, try to clear my head. Good night, I love you. Are the last words said. I'll see you in the morning. Last thing done and I'm in the bed and I close my eyes, try to clear my head. Good night, I love you, all that's what said. See you in the morning. Last thing done and I'm in the bed and I close my eyes, try to clear my head. Good night, I love you, all the last what said. See you in the morning, yeah. Sunrise across the sky, light strikes and the clouds roll by. Sunsets on the other side. Another morning, sunrise across the sky, light strikes and the clouds roll by. Sunsets on the other side. Another morning, yeah.
I told you there's a lot of words. Well, all right, let's bring Ross Kribbs back. How about it, huh?
I had a quick bite back there, and there's a little bit of hummus in the garlic.
Hope that doesn't hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I
Gonna
you know,
melt this
I
microphone.
did go big on the green room snacks because no one's getting paid tonight except for Ralph and Steve's guitars. We just thank you, Ralph, for pushing the buttons and twisting the knobs for us, and thank you, Steve and Steve's guitars for this space is just is that Mick? Hey man, all right. And Ryan Kinder's in the house over there. Yeah, Ken Pletcher's here.
Mixed
and
fear
other
for the whole
people.
show, you know.
Is that right? Really?
Yeah, he's harassing you earlier.
No shit. Oh, complete.
Where were you?
Was that you with that guy? That was like an hour ago.
Sorry, Mick.
It's dark. I can't see nothing.
I want to tell one Brad story.
You
So
wanna tell one?
about a year ago, or sometime this winter time, we were invited up to his current abode up in Mohi?
Mohi.
Mohi.
Yeah.
And part of unbeknownst to us, there was a bonfire involved, and unbeknownst to us, the reason for that bonfire was to dispose, I think, somewhat ceremonially, because I think with Brad a lot of things are ceremonial, but to dispose somewhat ceremonially of a lot of his youthful possessions, the accumulated products of youth. And
my mother saved everything.
okay, there we go.
Like all the artwork from my 2-year-old, and the report cards, and that's a great big,
Yeah, well, and as someone who appreciates, the eventual usefulness of something that might put me in the hoarder category, it was tough to see these amazing works of third grade art go up in flames. But shuffled in amongst them was this amazing certificate, and I'm not quite sure what camp or elementary school
it was
may
Echo
have
Hill.
Was it? Oh, it was Echo Hill. Okay, I thought that rang a bell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you not Brad Mansovitz, but the Golden Throat of Echo Hill.
There was
He was the winner of I imagine the
Many
most
awards.
of many awards throughout his lifetime, but none that will rival the Golden Throat.
The Golden Throat Award. I got a certificate, which we burned.
It was
Sad story, but it lives right here.
It lives on. Thank you, Ross.
It was funny though, as an artist, you went, Dave, what do you think of this? How about this one? Fire. How about this one, Dave? Fire. I destroyed so many paintings of his. Oh well. Mine are all gone too.
So this next one, this song's a couple of years old now. It was inspired by one of my oldest, dearest friends, whose name is Stephen Griffith. He and I have known each other since 2nd grade, and he's still in Austin, Texas. Still lives in the old neighborhood. And after a night out with him, I started to strum this song, and stole this line from another old friend of mine, Monty Warden, who you may not know him. You probably don't, but you know his music. He's written some hits for some big country stars, and he's in the Texas Hall of Fame, Music Hall of Fame, and he's a pro songwriter. And so he gave me this line. Well, he didn't give it to me. I took it. I ripped a lot of this song off, actually. You can't make old friends, and these two are definitly some of my oldest friends here in the Roaring Fork Valley. And
I'm a little older.
Longest friendships.
They're my oldest friends.
I'm your oldest, he's your longest.
I think I'll just play the song.
Yeah, let's please. Quick.
Old friendships never die, they just grow on and on. Set out on the road together 1,000,000 miles ago, looking back on where we came from. Well, I guess I should have known that a bond from the beginning would last all through the end. You can't make old friends. You can make a fortune, you can make memories, you can climb the highest mountain, you can sail the 7 seas, or you can take it with you when you're gone. Old friendships never die. This is your part, this is our part. They just grow on and on. It's been a lifetime since we were in the same room. Tell me everything that's happening for you. Tell me where you're going, or tell me where you've been. You can't make old friends. You can make a fortune, you can make memories, you can climb the highest mountain, you can sail the 7 seas, or you can take it with you when you're gone. Old friendships never die, they just grow on and on. Round and round and round we go. Who knows where we'll land? From the 4 corners of the earth, through hell and back again. All the road goes on forever, and the party never ends. You can't make old friends. All the road goes on forever, the party never ends. You can't make old friends. Yeah. Yeah, and there's a few of them there tonight. There's Josh Shimolowski. We go all the way back with Josh, Ryan Kinder, and Mick McQuilton. And my former boss and still my friend and colleague, John Masters, is in the back room right now. John is the executive director for GrassRoots Television in Aspen. It's the community access TV station. And yeah, they're like the TV version of KDNK in a way. And you know, they're just offering access basically to anyone who wants to get a message out, whatever your thing is. And tonight, my thing is music, and it's because of John and GrassRoots TV that
This is getting streamed live and captured for archive and replay and rebroadcast. And I have to say, I spent 10 years, 10 good years at GrassRoots Television. And I am now a freelancer. I've been a freelancer for 12 years now. And because of GrassRoots TV, and really only because of them, is where that's how I found myself where I am today. Directing video at Red Rocks, at the Del McCurry Festival, at Hardly Strictly Bluegrass, at the Ford Amphitheater in Colorado Springs. I owe it all to GrassRoots TV and John Masters. All of it. Every single bit of it.
And you know, we here at Steve's owe our association.
God, it's God.
Brad, I'm trying to give you props, man.
Sorry, you scared the shit out.
Sorry. No, I normally won't pick up a mic in the middle of a show, but y'all need to know that the whole reason we're able to do our live streaming is because of Brad. Brad started this whole thing, and we're grateful to him for it.
It was like the voice of God. I love it. It's great. Yeah.
Scared me.
Deep cut. All right, California. Right on. Okay. Whoa, look out now. This next song, this song's called Deep Cut. Now, a deep cut. That's fine. You guys just go right on ahead. That's cool.
Let's pass that around.
A deep cut
Pass it around.
is a song that is buried on an album. Okay, it's a deep cut is a song usually that you don't ever hear unless you buy the record. It's on the like the B side. Okay, it's great. It's great to hear from you. Weather is here. Wish you were beautiful. Thought I told you never to call me here.
I can't get rid of her.
All right, back to we now return you to a regularly scheduled program. A deep cut is a song that is buried on an album. All right, you could B-side. You know, it's this thing. It doesn't get a lot of radio play. And what I did was, for this next tune, I turned this concept around into a deep cut. I don't know if this probably never happens to you, where you're thinking about something and you really don't want to be thinking about that thing, and your mind just plays it over and over, and like, I don't want to think about that, but here I am thinking about it again. So that's the origin of this next tune here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ah, yeah. Well, once again, everybody, Ross Kribbs on fiddle and vocal. Dave Notor on dobro and vocal. And Ralph Pitt he's responsible for everything you can hear right now. Love you right back, Josh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Ken, somebody. I love whoever you are. Love you all. Oh, hello. Hello. Lovely. Lovely to sort of almost not really see you.
What are you thinking?
By the way, Brad makes this look very easy. The loop station stuff is not easy.
No.
The thing is merciless. Yeah, but it is a lot of fun. when it all goes well. Well, and these guys make these sound amazing. Wow.
I've been playing with Roz for quite a while. T-bonk.
2020. I was just about to get on an airplane and go down to work in my chosen profession at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, when I got a text from my boss down there, Brad, do not get on that plane. Canceled. Well, I went home, made myself a very strong drink, packed myself a deep bowl, got good and drunk, good and stoned, and wrote this song for 4 days. My pajamas. At the end of 4 days, I said enough of this pity party. Signed up for a bunch of shows to work at the Wheeler Opera House, trying to salvage my winter. I was on my way into the Wheeler, and I got a call from my boss. Went back home, made myself another strong drink, packed myself another deep bowl. But I tell you where some of this song came from, brothers and sisters. Somewhere in there, I got a call from my good friend Ryan Kinder checking up on me. Because he knows what I do for a living. He's tracking. He's paying attention. And he knew I was pretty broken up. So I left him a little message. I said, everything's okay, man. It's weird. It's strange. But even the bad days are still pretty good, Ryan. And that's where I came up with a big chunk of this song. That was 5 years ago. And, well, I'm working again. We like that. But wow, things are pretty fucking strange, aren't they? I was sitting around the kitchen table with my dad a few nights ago, and both of us just shaking our heads. You know, how fucked up things are. But I looked at him and I said, you know, right here at this table, things are not fucked up. We're sitting here at this table together, enjoying each other's company. We've got having a meal. And here I am at Steve's Guitars in Carbondale, Colorado, with all you fine folks and some of my best friends playing music on stage. This is not fucked up at all. This feels really good. Even the bad days are pretty 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 good. Well, we are getting down to it, friends. We really are. But wow, I mean, I never get to do this. Play the people who are listening and paying attention. It's usually like talking on the cell phone or getting, you know, talking to the waitress or just playing to the chairs and the staff who are cleaning up. You know, this is you guys are actually paying attention. This is kind of amazing. It's a little uncomfortable. But it's been a real pleasure and a treat to present original music to you all. I'm very shy normally about playing my own songs, and tonight that's all we've been doing. This is all original music. If you want to know more about me, what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, check out bradman.net. I launched a website earlier this year. It's all things Bradman. You can find music and stuff. In fact, there's my web designer consultant right over there, Mr. Josh Himilowski. He gave me a lot of good advice over lunch at Plotsky's or whatever the hell is It was great advice. Have you seen my website? It's awesome. It looks like it was done by an 8-year-old. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm a brilliant 8-year-old. It's way beyond his years. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and thank you, Josh, for all the help. Anyway, bradman.net, and we've got, as you can see, we've gone through great time and expense to dress the stage this evening. Just over here is a little merch table, and there's some thumb drives over there with pretty much every song I've ever recorded professionally or otherwise, and every interview I've done at KDNK. There's press and there's stuff, and of course there's the micro album Martini Ranch Sessions. And if you feel strongly you want to take one home with you, we can talk about that. And you can just, it's great once you download the music. You can use the thumb drive for all kinds of things. Like it's a 64 gig hard drive. Thumb drive. It's a good value at $10. A lot of space. No. These are virus free. Virus free. I bought them on the internet, so they're good.
You know who that was, don't you?
No, who's that? I can't see, and I have no idea who that is.
I won't tell you.
Oh boy, look out!
There he is with no hat on.
There it is. There it all is. Yeah, I broke up with the girl who likes the short hair, so I'm growing it long. Okay, what's next? Let's see. We got to choose wisely here. Oh boy, Ralph, how you doing back there? You got a couple more in you? Ragged. You want to do Ragged instead of Old Wood? They're both such great songs. I mean,
well, it depends on what instruments.
Yeah, right.
Do a good one.
Let's do Ragged Mountain.
Since I got this on.
Okay. Yeah, and this is a full looper.
A flooper? Is that?
Full flooper. Full looper.
Flooper.
Full looper.
We did this years ago. And
This was this is a true story, inspired by when I first came to the Valley. I got into the music scene here. One of the first bands I was in was called the Ragged Mountain Meltdown, and this is a true story, as was told to me by a couple members in the band who were there on that fateful day. Don't let this happen to you.
Brad, was that before or after the Flying Tourette's of Berserker stand?
That was before.
Okay.
That was the band before the Tourette's.
He's had
The Flying Tourette's of Berserker stand.
That was a band, the Flying Tourette's of Berserker stand. It still is. Yeah, it's a resume piece for sure.
I remember being on the billboard. They barely fit all
on the marquee.
letters in.
On the marquee at the Frankie D's in Moab, Utah.
We played.
Yeah, as the night went on, the bathrooms became unisex, and we
and the chicken wire became useful.
Chicken wire. we had like plane crashes, like on a video in the background or something. Car racing. Oh, it was right. It was 3 hours of rally car crashes. That's what it was. And we played that in the background while we played. Yeah, and they spelled my name completely correctly. Brad Manasevitz and the Flying Tourette's of Berserkistan on the marquee, both sides. They must have had to order extra letters. And by the way, on page 3 and page 6 of today's Aspen Daily News, thank you, Jeff, for the great ink at Aspen Daily News, but they spelled my name right in there too. It's just amazing.
I always spell it wrong, so
so do I.
That's a good one.
All right, here we go. Let's play another song. All right, it's going to be great. Do it.
Now you all know the chords.
with an aim for carving fresh deep snow and no one else around. Neither with the knowledge of a big storm coming in. Their fate that day to lose their way or make it back again. And the wind and snow is blowing hard, the sun is going down. This every tree on which they lies in town. If you felt the fear is strong, cause the ties that bind. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain bed. That afternoon in the backcountry, the boys were feeling fine. Powder stashes, leaf to ashes, water, whiskey, wine. And come a time for hiking out, it's time to find the road. Each one points a different way, which way should they go? And the wind and snow are blowing hard, the sun is going down. They disagree with every tree on which there lies in town. You felt the fear strong, cause the ties that bind. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain bed. Well, the wind starts picking up, snow begins to blow. Clouds begin to gather and the darkness falling down. Three friends stay together, although their wills are torn. Each one is a wondering, will they ever see the dawn? And the wind and snow is blowing hard, the sun is going down. Disagree at every tree on which we lie in town. You felt the fear is strong, the testy ties that bind. In the wilderness on a ragged mountain mountain. Who can know the hearts and minds of those so close to dying? There's no mercy in the backcountry for those who duck the line. Fortune smiles for very few whose day is not today. Yeah. Three friends in the parking lot and somehow found their way. And the wind and snow are blowing hard, the sun is going down. They disagree at every tree on which they lie in town. You have felt the fear is strong, the test the ties that bind. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain mountain. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain mountain. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain mountain. Three lost souls in the wilderness on a ragged mountain mountain.
Thank you so much, friends. This is a pleasure and an honor, really. Wow. Thank you so much for coming out. We're just going to do one more here for you, and then we're gonna close it out and come out and say hello and just have a great off season, everybody. Thanks again. This is just so special to present this music to you all here in this place. Again, check out bradman.net. Thank you, GrassRoots TV and Steve's Guitars, the Aspen Daily News, and KDNK. And I got like 5 newspapers today. If you want to take one, I guess I could let one go. And the stickers are free. Feel free to take a Bradman sticker. Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on that, Mick. I'm on to you now, man. I know who you are.
He's following you around because I know you'll move over there next.
All right. Well, so yeah, we'll do this last one here, and Ralph, thanks again for making this look and sound so well, for making this sound so good.
It sounds great up here. I don't know about
It really does. It really actually does sound really good. Except for this fucking microphone. Got a wrench? Got a.
Ding, ding, you forgot the triangle.
Moved out of my storage unit in November, and this is a big deal, man. That's like $200 a month. I'm not hemorrhaging, you know, and that adds up, and it also speaks volumes of my housing situation, that it's stabilized to the point where I gave away a lot of stuff on buy nothing, you know, and I permanently stored some things at the Pitkin County landfill. I know exactly where they are if I need them.
That single bed was tough in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, when you say you moved out of the storage shed,
He had a single.
I'm talking residency as well as just storage.
Just storage. No, it was just storage. No.
Oh, we thought you were
Oh my God, man! The unit, for those of you who know me, like you could walk in and there's like things on the shelf. I could even tell you like, hey Ryan, here's my key. Go to the thing. Go down. Take a right. On the 3rd shelf, there's the flippers that I need for the diving trip I'm going to take. But the storage unit next to me, I was there once when he opened up his unit to get the gas can to fill his weed whacker, and I mean it was filled to the. I mean, this is all the way from the front to the back, side to side, top to bottom. Like you couldn't get anything out of there. It was just stuffed, packed full. I don't know how we got to talking about this.
Well, this song's about that, right? Kind of. Okay, never mind.
Give these guys a chance to stretch out. know Ralph should have back there just like, get off my stage. You can't take it with you where you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. You can't take it with you where you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. Well, none of this stuff really belongs to you. None of this is yours anyway. You're just borrowing it while you're here on Earth, and we hope you enjoy your stay. You can't take it with you where you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. Move on, Ross. Get it down to just a few things. I try to figure out what I really need. Sell it, give it away, or put it in storage just to stuff, so don't you grieve. You can't take it with you when you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. Dave Notor. Kribbs. I am the Brad Man. It's been my pleasure, privilege, and honor to entertain you all this evening. Thanks again for coming out. Take care of yourselves and each other till we see you again. Have a great off season, everybody. You can't take it with you where you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. You can't take it with you where you're going. You can't take it with you when you're gone. All of your stuff is gonna leave you when it's time for you to move on. Basically, the show's over. Thanks, everybody. Ross Kribbs, Dave Notor,